White St. Louis lawyers pulled guns on peaceful protesters who were walking through their gated neighborhood. Protesters were on the way to the home of their mayor, Lyda Krewson. The St. Louis mayor was doxing her own constituents during a live broadcast on Facebook. She shared the names and addresses of protesters who mailed her letters asking for police reform. The way these personal injury lawyers are holding those guns, it looks like they are going to personally injure each other. She's holding her car keys in one hand and the gun in the other hand, and I don't trust that. I'm worried she's gonna shoot someone just trying to lock her car. Oops, wrong hand. Everyone watching this video is uncomfortable at the way that they hold those guns. I know they're holding those guns wrong just from playing Call of Duty. I don't think they've even watched a movie with a gun. If you ever watched Terminator 2, you should be able to hold a gun with more confidence than that. I'm not sure if there was a test that they had to take to legally own those guns. And if there wasn't, it shows. And if there was, they cheated. Their house looks like a mansion, yet they dress like an Old Navy clearance rack. Isn't it crazy that this is the type of woman you can imagine has the Live, Laugh, Love poster on her wall? This is what her wall should look like. She knows Oprah is black, right? If she's worried that these protesters are criminals, why is she dressed like the Hamburglar? She's playing the part of the Hamburglar so well, she even has a mustard stain on her shirt. Everyone knows the first rule of gun safety is never point a gun at someone you don't intend to shoot. This couple did everything wrong. Nobody went to their house. The sidewalk is public property, and these protesters were using their First Amendment right. Now you can say that they were trespassing, sure. They weren't trespassing onto their property. They were trespassing into the neighborhood. That doesn't give them permission to go all racist, Bonnie and Clyde, guns a-blazing. They thought that the protesters were dangerous, so in stereotypical white fashion, they went outside to get a better look. They went outside to the danger. What did this couple even want to have happen? Did they want these protesters to leave? They were leaving. As a matter of fact, they were marching. That's what a march is. A march is walking away. The only reason that they stopped marching is because two white people were on the front lawn pointing guns at them. It's interesting how differently news outlets can interpret the same incident. People siding with the couple tried to claim that a person that was holding a boom mic was holding a weapon. Thousands shared the post, many leaving comments wishing death on the protesters. Facebook even put a warning on the post, informing people that it wasn't a gun. Because, duh. Even with the warning, plenty of dumb people thought this post was real. It's a weapon! Ken and his lawyer made it on Tucker Carlson, where they talk about what really happened.
A St. Louis couple called Mark and Patricia McCloskey became folk heroes to many across the country.
And an example of white privilege to many others.
After they were confronted by a mob.
Mob? They're protesters.
A dangerous mob outside their home.
Dangerous mob? You're the ones with weapons and they're dangerous? This is the way they keep showing the gate. And this is how the gate looked when they entered it.
To me, it just seemed like someone either left it unlocked or it was already broken because people just kind of walked up and opened the door.
As you see on video, they didn't break down the gate to enter. If anything, they broke down your gate after you pulled guns on them for walking in front of your house. Fuck your gate.
The most basic right of all, the right of self-defense.
It's not self-defense if you're not being attacked.
Describe for us, if you would, why you believed you and your wife were threatened by these 300 people in your yard.
Well, Tucker, they were on his street, not his yard, but why be honest at this point in your career?
They're angry.
Yeah, they're angry. That's why they're protesting.
They're screaming.
Sure, protesters have chants.
They've got spittle coming out of their mouth.
Hold on. Is this really what happened, or are you describing an episode of Walking Dead? You saw spit coming from their mouth from inside your house. Admit it. You were watching TV, you got really caught up in it, and you got scared when you saw people outside. I get it, but they weren't zombies. Oh shit, they were zombies! Honestly, your lawyer should go with a zombie defense because that's way better than the bullshit you're talking about.
I was literally afraid that within seconds they would surmount the wall, come into the house, kill us, burn the house down.
Oh, so you're a little bitch. Okay, why didn't you just say that? 0 protesters have done the thing you're worried they would do. Rioters burned down businesses, and police murdered innocent people. And you are worried that protesters are going to burn down your house and murder you and your family? How does that make sense?
They were screaming at you and threatening to murder your dog and harm you and your wife.
There's no evidence that anyone threatened your dog or your wife. If anything, people wanted to save that dog from its crazy owners. They probably pulled their guns out on their dog when he barks at 3 in the morning.
My black clients love us.
He didn't even say that he has black friends. He said he has black clients.
My black clients love us.
He has black people that pay him to perform a legal service. Somehow he thinks that means he's not racist.
My black clients love us.
He just said, but I take money from black people, so how can I be racist?
People wearing body armor.
Body armor, yeah, because the police have been brutally attacking peaceful protesters, and there are hours and hours of footage showing this.
You got in the head! You got in the head!
One person pulled out some loaded pistol magazines and clicked them together and said, "You're next."
You're next? That's a lie. Nobody talks like that. Young people aren't putting guns together with cool TV catchphrases. And even if they did have a gun, why are you allowed to have a gun for self-defense and they're not? That's the root of this problem right now. So for you, it's self-defense, but for other people, it's dangerous. Tamir Rice was murdered for being a child with a toy gun. Philando Castile legally owned a firearm, and he was murdered by the police. So somewhere in this, we need to examine why is it that when white people have guns, they're defending themselves, they are just well within their legal rights, and when black people have a gun, they're dangerous and they're a threat.
Couple is insisting they do not oppose the Black Lives Matter movement and were simply trying to protect their family.
Anybody that supported Black Lives Matter would have said, I support Black Lives Matter. Simply saying I don't oppose it isn't enough. Thank you for watching, and check out my Patreon page where you can find exclusive content updated regularly. And find me at Jeff Horste on YouTube and all social media.
They're angry, they're screaming, they've got spittle coming out of their mouth. My black clients love us. They're angry, they're screaming, they've got spittle coming out of their mouth. My black clients love us.